battle before deployment. It's the scouring mission. We have 3 points here, 3 points here, 1 point here, 4 there, 2 there, and 2 there. I'll flip those back before the players start. The only other thing to mention is that it is Dawn of War deployment, so we'll be fighting straight. Okay, so here we have 2,000 points worth of foot guard. There is not one vehicle in this army. The Tyranids have gone down the same route with just a couple of bigger Griblies, just to, well, for awesomeness sake, let's be frank. The mission is the scouring. This is the table. We decided because there's so much, we'll film after deployment and everything like that. So Isaac, if you just want to take us through your list to start off with.
Okay, these are a squad of 20 genestealers.
Okay.
We've got a squad of 30 gargoyles, what go across the whole board.
Sound.
Another squad of genestealers.
And I understand these guys have infiltrated forward.
Yeah.
Sound.
Squad of 30 termagants.
Excellent.
Another squad of 30 termagants.
Excellent.
An exocrine.
Of course.
Another exocrine. The venom throat. The swarmlord.
What's he got?
He's got 2 bone sabers, instant death weapons, and psychic powers. He's got catalyst, paroxysm, and onslaught.
That's excellent.
Squad of 30 hormogaunts.
Okay.
And another squad of 30 termagants. I've got 2 squads of spore mines in reserve as well.
And so how many models roughly is that?
Slightly over 200.
Slightly over 200. So here we have 272.
50 men are in reserve.
50 of the men are in reserve, but that is a lot of Imperial Guard. So Tim, if you want to take us through from the top, what have we got here?
Aegis defence line to help complete the trench network that I've got.
Okay, excellent.
40 conscripts led by a commissar. 1, 2, 3 squads of mortars, that's my artillery section.
Okay. 3
Lascannons, company command squad with master of Ordinance. This guy's calling in the artillery.
Excellent, I love
Commander
him.
And regimental standard, and then 3 normal guardsmen.
Okay.
Another blob of 40 guardsmen, Hormogaunts, iron guards, with 4 grenade launchers and 3 rocket launchers and autocannon. Didn't have the extra round base, that one.
Okay, that's fine.
Then another squad of 40 conscripts. These ones are a bit mixed up. Reaching the bottom of the barrel over here.
Yes, they're together from the air.
And then 40 Steel Legion with 3 heavy bolters and a rocket launcher and 4 grenade launchers. Command squad, platoon command squad with flamer, platoon command squad with flamer, and platoon command squad with flamer. And in reserve over there, I've got 10 Stormtroopers, flamethrower and grenade launcher, 40 guardsmen with 4 grenade launchers led by a priest.
I love how you've got the Mordian Iron Guard ranked up in movement trays, as is the fluff.
Oh, each blob should have a commissar.
Each blob has a commissar as well. So we've got over 500 models on the board. As you can tell, we are going for a little bit of a Starship Troopers vibe here. So it's going to be a long-term one. Let's see what happens at the end of movement.
Failed to seize, so.
And failed to seize, so the Tyranid horde, as is kind of fitting, swarms across the battlefield initially. So Tyranid movement turn 1 was rather predictable. The entire Tyranid swarm has moved forward, getting very close to these guardsmen, especially on this side here with those gargoyles. Okay, so in Tyranid shooting phase, they got 4 dead guardsmen from this mass over here, technically that squad there, and then managed to take out the missile team over here. Really, that is not much at all. That's like throwing stones to stop the tide from coming in. Let's see what happens. Imperial Guard movement. The first wave, the block of conscripts, have pushed forward, followed by these guys spreading out a little bit here, just wiggling around a little bit. And so after Imperial Guard shooting, turn 1, the conscripts fired 240 shots into the oncoming wave, the gargoyles, and managed to kill a total of 4 guys. Oh, 4 each, exactly, so that's 8 from 240 shots. The mortars managed to, even with this massive oncoming horde, miss with 2 of theirs completely. The 3rd mortar squad managed to do some damage, and then the man of the line, your average guardsman, they were the ones who did the real damage. Okay, so after Tyranids turn 2 movement, everything's pushed forward. They're right on the line here. Look at this. That's exactly what we want to see. Will the brave men of the Imperial manage to hold off? In the psychic phase, what did the Tyranids manage to get off?
It is a
Catalyst from the swarmlord.
Okay.
To his squad of hormogaunts.
Okay.
And overpowered because he denied the rest.
He denied the rest.
Also, I've deep strike there.
With 3 spore mines. Okay, excellent. 3 spore mines of deep struck here, and another 3 of deep struck there. Excellent. On to shooting, I believe. So after Tyranid shooting, turn 2, it's been pretty successful. The spore mines detonated over here, and pretty much everyone ran off the board, so that's all the Lascannons gone from over here, because the exocrine also managed to shoot them and do enough damage to break them off, and that's it.
The rest was just scattered damage.
Everything else was just scattered damage, a few men here and there. Okay, so Tyranids turn 2 has been, well, what some might call brutal. It's well, what to say. These guys swarmed over the conscripts. That's 40 conscripts just gone. The Overwatch did take out the gargoyles, but that's that. And then there's just these 4 guys left here from this blob of conscripts. The gaunts are all over there. It's just 1 commissar and 4 lonely lads. However, the swarmlord has managed to kill himself out of combat, which is successful, but also a minor disadvantage as we're going into the guard's 2nd turn. What can be said? The Tyranids pretty much hit the delete button in that phase. Let's go on to guards. So, guards turn 2, movement phase. It's really hard to believe that we've only had sort of 3 turns overall, pretty much. But this is what's happened. The Stormtroopers, they aimed to land on the road there, but scattered 12 inches, was it? And landed just the other side of this endocrine. Exocrine. Then over here, the reserves, the Mordian Iron Guard, have marched on. They've heard about the damage that's being done to the guard and thought, we can sort this out, we're Mordian Iron Guard, that's not going to be a problem whatsoever. And then over here, it looks like things have just shuffled about a bit.
Moved up to get the charge on.
And yeah, the guard have moved up to get the counter charge on. I believe the term is fixed bayonets.
It is.
Now let's move on to guard shooting and see what happens. So at the end of the guard shooting phase, turn 2, it's been a bit of a turnaround. Starting off over here, these mortars shot danger close straight into the genestealers that are right next to them. They managed to kill 3. These guys then shot at these gaunts over here, as well as the Master of Ordinance, throwing some templates down and killed 7. Moving over here, the Mordians had 1st rank fire, 2nd rank fire into these gaunts here. Really managed to do some damage, killed give or take 20 guys, it's hard to keep track. Then these guys here, and all along here, everyone who was in range rapid fired or shot normally into the genestealers that were here. They had grenade launchers. They got off 1st rank fire, 2nd rank fire as well, and these genestealers were wiped out. So it's looking like on the left flank, not including those genestealers there, which will wipe out those mortars, the Tyranids have been pushed back, and on this side it's time to get an assault on, and let's see what happens. So assault turn 2 for the guard. So after the Imperial Guard assault, Their faith in the Emperor has done them proud. They managed to kill about
15 gaunts.
15 gaunts from here, and 8 gaunts from here. In return, they lost 5 guys, with those rerolls on the armour save really coming in just when he needed them. So let's move on to the Tyranid turn 3. After the Stormtroopers managed to do a wound against the exocrine, it is now backed up and is ready to vomit all over them. They'll probably die a horrible death. Tyranid shooting, turn 3. The exocrine managed to scatter 10 inches off the Stormtroopers and absolutely failed to do any damage. This platoon command squad here lost its officer and 3 of the guys. They did fail the initial leadership test, but then thanks to the flag, which in my opinion is an absolutely fantastic investment for any Imperial Guard army, they got the reroll and they've stayed in. And that's pretty much it. These guys ran just to make sure that they're on that objective, no question. So after Tyranid assault, turn 3, the genestealers had no problem devouring the mortar teams here. Then over here, the swarmlord assaulted in. He took 1 wound on Overwatch from a cheeky missile launcher, and then he took another wound in combat. He's on 3 now. In return, he killed 4 guardsmen. Then over here, the Emperor really is smiling upon these guardsmen here. The exocrine charged in, but in total, the wounds amounted to 8 guard and 10 nids. Then over here, this exocrine charged in, broke the unit and overran them, and is now consolidated onto that objective, and he's looking very pleased with himself. So I believe it's on to guard turn 3. In the guard movement phase turn 3, the only thing that happened was this blob all pushed over here to put some fire into these Tyranids here. Okay, so after guard shooting, turn 3, this blob got off its first rank fire, second rank fire, managed to put around 75 Lascannon shots and a few grenade launchers, that kind of thing, into these gaunts, wiped them off the board. Then the Master of Ordnance got a direct hit, killed 3 of these gaunts that were on that objective. And then a bit of other ordnance fire from mortars and the like. Did another 4 wounds. They failed their leadership and broke off 8 inches, but didn't quite run off. Okay, so after the guard assault turn 3, the guards are continuing to hold on over here. They managed to kill 4 gaunts, lost 2 in return. They've consolidated over here to pile in here. Mr. Tickle's not helping too much now that they're all in combat. Then over here, the swarmlord managed to dice up 3 guardsmen for nothing in return, and the commissar had to execute the guy that was stood next to him there, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay, later in turn 4, I plan to try and finish off the guard in the combat there with the exocrine, but it might be hard, but I think it'll just be the exocrine left. Swarmlord's going to continue to drag the blob over to the left flank, so the genestealers have an easier time killing the conscripts and the guy with the banner who keeps saving his ass all the time. Exocrine's just staying here. Camping on the objective, but it might be a bit difficult with incoming rockets shooting at him, but yeah.
Alright, so the Imperial Guard, end of turn 3, things are looking a bit dicey. My plans are, I'm going to win this combat over here, just slowly chew my way through objective secured on that objective there, and then just tie this big bad boy up for as long as possible, which should be okay because the commissar's in there. Ideally, I wanted to use all their shooting to go against them, but not today. So I've got these guys up here, they're a screening unit, and they're hopefully going to stop them from charging into this blob here. Hopefully I'll wipe those guys out, and then I'll cane in with everything I've got. Wipe them out. And then it'll be 3 points. Fantastic.
Okay, so Tyranid movement turn 4. These genestealers have swarmed up. I reckon you'll be going for a multi-charge around the sides of those guys if you can manage it. Then the endocrine very simply is just sat dead centre of this crater on top of an objective. Let's move on to the shoot. So Tyranid shooting turn 4. The exocrine simply landed a large blast template right here. He was going for the missile squad. Unfortunately got a 1 to wound the missile squad base and killed in total a mere 2 guards. So after the Tyranid assault phase turn 4, things have got a bit messy. These Tyranids multi-charged in successfully, chewed through the rather insignificant human wall here, got into combat and have actually killed the guard's company commander. The warlord has been claimed by the Chittering Horde. Then, if we cruise across here, the swarmlord managed to kill another 3 guys. He's just dragging these guardsmen along the trench network. It was, of course, necessary for the commissar to put a bolt in the skull of another man whose face in the Emperor was wavering, and they've held. And then over here, the guardsmen managed to wipe out the gaunts, but they're still in combat with Mr. Tickle, and there's a few more gaunts and the exocrine. After guard movement, turn 4, the guard have pulled back into the second line of the trench network, ready to put some point-blank fire into this group of genestealers here, and then basically everything's just pushed forward towards the genestealers. Let's see if they can hold the line. So, after turn 4, guard shooting, this rocket launcher guy managed to shoot a missile straight past this guy, didn't get a hit. Then the grenade launchers fired off at the genestealers, managed to kill 3. The sergeant threw a grenade, but he fumbled it. It landed in his own trench and blew up one of his own men. And then the rest unleashed some Mordian-willed accuracy onto these guys and managed to kill all but 4 of them. They got 7. So let's see what happens in the assault phase. Okay, so guard turn 4 assault. If we zoom in here, the guardsman managed to take out the venom throat. Mr. Tickle is no more. Over here, the gaunts were killed by the Steel Legion, and they've consolidated over towards the exocrine, and the other guys who were in combat with him already managed to do 2 wounds to him, and that combat continues. Over here, the swarmlord killed another 3 guys. He's nothing if not consistent. However, this time it was not necessary for the commissar to correct people's wavering willpower. So, Tyranid movement, turn 4. The Tyranids genestealers have jumped down into this trench here and are sprinting along. They're going to try and take out these Mordian Iron Guard here, whilst reducing as much incoming Overwatch fire as possible, using the trench network to their advantage now they're in there. Tyranid shooting, turn 5. The exocrine managed to get a direct hit over here, took out the missile base, and also managed to kill 5 guys. Okay, so turn 5 Overwatch, we've got how many shots going
32.
in? 32 shots going in to the genestealers.
Take out hits.
That's actually really good. And then you wounded on 5s.
Yeah.
So we have 1 wound.
5 up. Yeah.
So the genestealers have got into combat with 12 attacks. They have hit with 11 of them.
We'll balance out. We'll balance out.
Killing on 3 because they're EP5. Oh, that's horrific.
So 6.
6 dead, and now the guard will strike. So now the guard are striking back with 34 attacks. They could do it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, well, that's what we like to see.
No, that's not what we like to see at all.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I don't know, it's not that bad.
Wounding
I
on...
think it's just, if you look at it, reading on 5 to rerolls because the priest, he got his battle him off.
Okay, cool. So 5s. That's not bad. So we've got 7 so far.
Oh god.
9 in total.
One below average, but can I be above average in my saves? Oh!
I think that's exactly just enough.
Tyranid assault phase. The guard managed to do 1 wound against the exocrine, and in return it killed 1 guardsman, so that's a drawn combat. Over here, the swarmlord killed another 3 guardsmen, and the commissar had to execute somebody to stay in combat. And now we're going on to guard turn 5. So, in the guard movement phase, the Mordian Iron Guard have gone over the top of the trenches. Now let's see if they can take out this exocrine over here. So, guard shooting phase, turn 5. We have 40 Lascan shots from the Mordian Iron Guard going over to the exocrine over there. Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good roll. Now 6s. 5 saves. 5 3-ups.
Oh yes, look at that.
4 attack grenades.
These from the grenade launchers. We've got 3 hits.
1 wound.
He's on 1 wound left. The Mordian Iron Guard have failed to take the exocrine off the objective. So at the end of the guard assault phase, the guard over here lost 3 Steel Legion. However, they did manage to finally down the exocrine, and then the 3 squads all consolidated over onto this objective. So the game has not gone on. It's ended on 5 turns. Let's see how the results stand. So over here we have an objective secured for 3 points, and over here these guys have managed to jump onto this objective at the last minute, and that totals 5 points. The Tyranids have 1 exocrine, that gives them 2 points there. They also got Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker and First Blood. So that equals a draw, and I can't think of a more fitting ending to such an epic battle.
Handshake.
Handshake. Oh, so many dead men.
And just on a side note, the total casualties was 197 guardsmen, 198 Tyranids, bringing us to 395 dead in total. So they were 1 away from an equal kill count as well. It could not have been closer. What a game. So Isaac, congratulations on a fantastic game. I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, it was good.
So, how are you feeling?
Really good. It was a long game. It took nearly 5 hours, but it was really fun. So many dead in that game. So many.
Anything differently?
I probably wouldn't have torpedoed all my monstrous creatures into the blob units while I was fearless. They were stuck there for the whole game while 2 of them were. So, whereas swarmlord could have been killing easier prey with raw shooting, I'd say.
Okay, cool, fair enough. He did kill 27 guys though, I seem to recall. Yeah. So not bad, to be fair.
Yeah, he did alright.
And then who's your man of the match?
This exocrine, he won me that objective over there to draw the game, and also survived a volley of fire, in all fairness, from the guard.
So many shots.
So many. And Stormtroopers.
And Stormtroopers as well. Well done.
I killed them all.
Fantastic game, mate. Well done. Okay, Tim, so well done in that match. That was a bit of a long one. You rolled a lot of dice there. How are you feeling?
Oh, knackered, but it was so much death and glory. It was brilliant. So I'm very proud of my guys. I'm really happy with them.
Excellent, excellent. That's a lot of collecting over many years, isn't it? All put on the field at once. That's awesome. Okay, and would you have done anything differently?
Everyone did what they should have done, but the one thing that I messed up was let my warlord, get attacked by those genes. I should have pulled him back a lot further. I hung him around and he got eaten.
Okay, fair enough. And who's your man of the match?
it's so difficult to choose because the Mordians held the line and everything, and they just Lascannons and everything. But I think it has to go to the priest who led the Steel Legion, because that counter attack would cause me to draw the game. If I sat back and shot, it would have been over. And he got the fixed bayonets and faith in the Emperor. They went forward and just one unit after the other took it down, took it down, took it down.
Awesome. Well done, Tim.